let's talk about one of the easiest and simplest ways to create passive income for the long term. Now, for us to truly consider this as easy and simple, I think that we are going to need to set a few guidelines. So number one, it can't be a high-risk investment like real estate or day trading. And number two, you shouldn't have to be required to create your own product to sell because that does take a lot of time and effort. So guideline number three, you should not have to be on camera and become an influencer. Number four, you should not have to have thousands and thousands of dollars up front to pour into business expenses like inventory and ads. And number five, this has to be something that will continue to pay you for years and years to come after you just do the work one time. And now I believe that I have found one of the best and easiest ways to create passive income for the long term, and it does meet all of these guidelines. So we know that most online jobs, freelancing, side hustles, they can get you money in a pinch when you need it now, but they are going to require you to continue to do the work over and over to continue getting paid. And like I said, that is fine if you need money right now. But if you want to create passive income that will last for years and years to come, these types of work are not going to do that for you. So without any more delay, let's go ahead and jump right into one of the easiest and simplest ways to create passive income for the long term. And that's going to be achieved by following this formula. So you need to combine a high traffic source with a high ticket partnership. And I know this may sound pretty complicated, but really I believe that it's one of the easiest and simplest methods, and you're gonna see how easy it is as I guide you through these steps right now. Okay, so go ahead and grab your pen and paper or open up a new note on your phone, and by the end of this, if you follow along, you're gonna have your entire plan of action ready to go. Okay, so step number one is going to be finding your evergreen market. And you might be like, what am I even talking about right now? But it's really very simple, and so let's walk through it together right now. So like I said, start out by grabbing a fresh sheet of paper or opening up a new note on your phone or your computer, and you're gonna first list out all of your personal interests, your hobbies, the things that you like to read about, that you like to study, even the things that you like to watch on TV. So what are your personal interests? All right, so feel free to pause this video at any point if you need a little more time on any of the steps, but we're gonna keep on going. So what you're gonna do now that you have your list of personal interests is you're gonna compare that to a list of evergreen market demands. And don't worry, I already have a list put together for you, so you don't have to go and do that research. Okay, so now that you can see the two lists side by side, all you need to do is compare them. Is there anything on your list of interests that is similar or the same to the market demands on my list? And if so, congratulations, you have an overlap. And just like that, you have your evergreen market. All right, so now that you have your overlaps, you can go ahead and remove anything on your list that didn't overlap. And what you're gonna have left on your list is a solid list of market demands that you can go ahead and start utilizing to create passive income. Now, I know at this point you might be wondering why in the world we're doing all of this and how it's gonna help you make passive income, but just hold on, stick with me for a moment because we're gonna be getting into the next steps and pretty soon it's all gonna make sense. All right, so now that you have your market demand, we are gonna go ahead and we're gonna move into step number two, which is to find your high ticket partnership. Now, once again, I know this might sound complex, but really it's not hard at all. And don't worry, I'm gonna show you on my screen exactly how to do this. I'm gonna walk you through everything. So there are a few different websites where you can set up a partnership program pretty quickly with no upfront cost. And I'm gonna give you a list of a few of those, and there's more out there, so feel free to use whichever one you prefer. So on my list, we've got clickbank.com, digistore24.com, Amazon, and then my personal favorite is Commission Junction or CJ.com. Each of these websites are going to have some differences here and there on how you do things, but they'll be somewhat similar, and I'm going to walk you through on my screen right now how to navigate CJ.com because, like I said, it's my favorite. So on this particular website, you will just need to sign up for an account, and then once you're in your profile, you can go up and hover over campaigns, and then you can click links and products. Okay, now that you're here, you can scroll down and find a few different types of filters that might help you to find the right program that you are interested in partnering with. So first, let's scroll down and let's see the categories section here on the left. And you can choose the market niche that you selected earlier. So, for example, if you are interested in travel and that was one of your niches, you can select that. Okay, and then I'm going to go back up and I'm going to click on products on the products tab here. And from here, I'll add in the price range that I'm looking for. And this, I want you to pay attention to because this does matter. This is going to be an important little piece of our strategy for this project, okay? So I want to look for a product that's $300 or more. And that's because if you get a payout of 50% of this product, you will make at least $150. And that means that already if you earn just one sale per day, you've already surpassed our goal of 100 per day. So when you find a product that you like, you can on CJ.com specifically, you can just go ahead and apply to that program. And then once you get accepted, which doesn't take too long, then you can just click right here on this magic little button and you will instantly get a link that you can now utilize. So boom, just like that, you already have a high ticket product and you can utilize that to start earning lots of money without having to do the work of creating your own product. Like we said before, I've personally created several products and a course on building your own website from scratch, and it does take a whole lot of time and effort and research and knowledge to create even just one product. But with this method, you're already ready to go without creating any product. You're ready to go. You have a high ticket product that you can easily make money from. Now, you might be noticing that we just need people to buy the product. But don't worry, for me, this is the part that used to just really scare me and make me uncomfortable because I don't like sales. I am not a natural salesperson, but don't worry, this is not going to be difficult or salesy. So all you have to do is grab your link that you just created and let's go ahead and move on to step number 3, and you're gonna see how easy and simple this is gonna be. Okay, so step number 3 is going to be to find a way to easily generate traffic long term. And this simply means that we need people to see this product that we just generated, because if nobody sees it, nobody will buy it and we won't be able to make any income. And we don't want to have to continuously do this work to get that traffic. We want to do it one time and be able to have long-term benefits from that work that we put in. So in order to accomplish this, we're going to use my simple formula for easily generating long-term traffic. Okay, let's break down this formula and walk through the steps of the formula. So the first part of this formula is to choose a high traffic source. Now you can choose any traffic source that you're confident in, but I'm going to give you my top 3 recommendations. Number 1, Pinterest. Number 2, YouTube, and number 3, Google. Now for Google, you are going to need your own website to utilize the Google algorithm. And also for Pinterest, you can use your website. It's a great idea to do so, but it's not totally necessary. You don't have to have one to do this method. So now that we've gone through these 3, you might be thinking, okay, what about TikTok? What about Instagram? Like, I'm more familiar with these sources. And like I said, you can use any source that you feel comfortable in, but here's the reason why my top 3 are the most powerful 3 that can help you with long-term passive income. So the reason why I chose these top 3 is because they are search engines. Now, most people think Pinterest is social media the same way that TikTok and Instagram are, Facebook, but it's actually not social media. It is a search engine. And YouTube is very similar. We know Google is a search engine. And if you're not familiar with a search engine, what that means is basically that when people go into Google to type, what is this or how to do this, Google will then search through all of the information that it has stored up and it will bring you the answers to your questions. So in the same way, YouTube and Pinterest are similar. And for this reason, you can make content today and it can continue to be brought up by the search engine 10 years later or even more. And this is the reason why using a strong search engine based traffic source is my recommendation to create that long-term passive income, because you're not going to have to continue to do the work every single day. If you post on TikTok, it can be a powerful tool to get traffic, but that traffic will run out as soon as the post dies down. So you will have to continually post for years and years to continue to get the same amount of traffic. And that is where these search engine based options are different. So once again, you can use whichever source you feel comfortable with, and you can use as many of them as you want. But this is why I choose these 3 top options. For example, I still have lots of pins on my Pinterest that I posted well over a year ago that are still bringing me traffic to my website to this day. So another example is this post that I wrote on my website years ago, and it's still my top performing post, and it doesn't require any more work from me. Again, the reason why this formula works for long-term traffic is because it's search engine based, and the search engines will continue to find your content that is related to your evergreen market when people search it years down the road. And again, keep in mind that platforms that are not search engine based will not do this for you. All right, so now that you've chosen your high traffic source, step number 2 in my simple traffic formula is going to be to find a way to generate content ideas. And don't worry, this part is an easy formula as well. Okay, so starting out, you're gonna go to YouTube, Pinterest, Google, or whichever source that you have chosen. Now, the process is pretty similar for each one of these sources, but I'm going to show you how to do Pinterest and YouTube both, just so that you can feel extra confident as you're moving forward working on gathering your content ideas. So first, let's go through the Pinterest process. So open up Pinterest. What you need to do is first just type in the evergreen market topic that you chose earlier, and then you're going to find the top 3 accounts or websites if you're using Google, but you're going to find the top 3 accounts or websites that are coming up from your search. And we're going to learn and gain insight and inspiration from these top accounts. Once you have written down those top 3 accounts, you're going to go ahead and click on the first account. Now, when you click on the post, it's going to take you to the post, but we want to get to their account. So go ahead and find their name, or if you're on a website, click on, get to the homepage. So from here, we're gonna find out what kind of content this creator puts out. Now, like I said, I'm gonna show you how to do this on YouTube right after this, but on Pinterest, you first simply need to click the pin and then their profile name, and that will take you to their page. Now, you wanna click on Saved in Pinterest, and that's gonna show you their boards, which is going to tell you what kind of things this person posts about. So from here, the next step is to go ahead and make a list of their top 5 board names. And then you just need to repeat the step for the other 2 accounts. So after you've done that, you should have a list of 15 board names. And you want to go back to your search results, and we're going to start searching the topics that we've written down, these 15 topics. For each search that you do, you want to write down the top 5 pins that come up. Repeat this process for all of those 15 board names that we did. By the end of this, you should have a list of about 75 ideas, which is not bad, right? So if you want to post 1 post per week, this list will already get you through well over an entire year. So we have a great start going, and that only took you a couple of minutes to put together. Okay, so next, let's go through the same process with YouTube, because it's pretty similar, but just a little bit different. Okay, so open up YouTube and type in your chosen evergreen topic that you got at the beginning of this process. For example, travel. And then again, you want to write down the top 3 channels that you're seeing come up from the search. And I most definitely would avoid the ads, because that is not exactly the search engine that we want to be looking at. That's a paid engine, so it's not going to have quite the same formula that we're looking for. So go ahead and skip any ads that you see and try to find the best top 3 accounts that you are seeing here on YouTube. Write them down. All right, so once you have those names written down, go ahead and click on one of those posts. And once it takes you to the post, click on the name of the account or the channel. So again, we want to go to the channel, not just the post. And once we're here on the channel, we're going to click on videos, and then you want to click the filter that will show you the popular videos. So these are typically viral videos. These are the ones that got this channel the most views in the entire history of the channel. So that means that these ideas are golden, and people are really interested in these specific ideas. So now just go ahead and write down at least 10 ideas from this list of popular videos. Now we just have one more step left for YouTube. So the next step that we have for YouTube is to go back up to the filters and change it to latest instead of popular. So now we are seeing the newest videos that this channel has posted, the most recent ones. And so in order to find the best options, we want to look for spikes in views. So these are great because some of the older, most popular ones, they might not be as relevant today as they were back then, but they're still great ideas because some of them are most definitely evergreen and will get you views no matter what. But these particular ones that are current, if they have spikes, that means that people are currently interested in them. So it's also a great source of content ideas. So as you're looking, you just look for anything that is quite a bit more views than the rest, than like the baseline amount of views that they get. Okay, and so you want to write down, I'd say, at least 10 of these. So once you've repeated these steps for all 3 accounts that you wrote down at the beginning, you're already going to have 60 content ideas ready to go. Whew, that was a lot of information. But as you can see, we have only really spent a few minutes together so far, and you already have a very solid plan coming together, don't you? So we only have a couple of steps left. We're almost completely ready to go, but let's make our way through step number 4, which is the final step to setting up this side hustle. So in step number 4, you need to make the content that will bring the traffic in for you. Now you can see how quickly you were able to get through the first 3 steps, and they were super easy. Now this next step is also going to be simple and easy, but it's going to take a little more time investment up front. But like we said before, you're really only going to have to do this work one time, and it will be able to last you for years to come with benefits. So in this step, I'm going to show you some of the easiest techniques that you can use to create quality content that you need to bring in the traffic to help you make those sales. All right, so you have your list of content ideas that you just made in step number 3. We're going to take one of those ideas. You want to go ahead and watch the video or read the post, and you're going to take notes of everything that it says, the key points that are in there. So one thing you need to be careful of as you're doing this is that you're changing the content into your own words so that you're not going to have to worry about stealing that person's content. Or if you just want to go faster, you can just take exact notes of what they're saying, and then you can just pop your notes into a writing tool such as Spinbot or Copyscape. It will help you to change your wording so that you don't have to worry about plagiarism issues or anything like that. Also, to help you with this issue, make sure that as you go, you're adding any additional information in that you might know. I mean, as we said before, this is your interests. These are the things that you are most interested in, so you're bound to have some additional information that can be helpful to your viewers that you can add in as you go. And you can also combine the best ideas from different posts or videos and put them all into your own, so that way you know that you're providing your own content and you're not copying anybody directly. And when you add your own insight, experience, and expertise, you're going to be able to give more value to your viewers. That's going to keep people coming back for more. So now guess what? Just like that, you already have all the content that you need for this project. So you can go ahead and take your content that you've just created, and you can go ahead and upload it and post it as a blog post to your website, link it to Pinterest, and you're already set to go. But if you want to take it a step further, you can also create YouTube videos using the same content that you already wrote as your script. Now I know what you might be thinking. Rebecca, you said at the beginning that I wasn't going to have to be on camera or be an influencer to do this side hustle. And that's totally true. So first of all, you could just do the blog post and the website and Pinterest like I already said. But secondly, I'm also going to show you how to make videos that you can put on YouTube without your face being on there at all. But I did want to give you a side note really quick before I get into the video techniques. I think YouTube is good, but it's not necessary. So please don't feel like it's a step down to just do the blog post. It can save you a ton of time and have just as much potential. So if you don't want to do YouTube, you can feel free to skip over this section, but I'm going to give a couple more pointers at the end that will help you as well. So you can just skip there. But if you do want to take it a step further with YouTube, then you're going to want some easy and simple ways that you can create high quality videos that you don't have to be in. So I'm about to give you a ton of free tools that are going to help you do just that. So first off, there are a number of different editing tools that you can utilize to create fantastic faceless videos for your content. And I'm just going to give you a list of free ones. So first off, we have good old Google Slides. And if you have a Gmail account or a YouTube account, then you already have access to this for free. I'm not going to get into too much on how to utilize these different platforms today, just because this is already a really long video. But if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments and I can make some videos on those. Okay, so secondly, we have Canva, the free version, and the third one is Veed.io. The one thing to note is that if you use Google Slides, then when you finish, you're going to have to screen record to get the final video. But with the other two options, Canva and Veed, you can just hit download and save them as MP4s. So next, all you have to do is start a video in any of these builders, and then just go ahead and add in the words from the script that you wrote earlier. And then from there, you want to be sure to add in some free video clips, photos, icons, GIFs, stuff like that that's going to make your video more interesting and catchy. So to grab these types of content for your videos, I have a few free sites for you, because who doesn't like free? So the first site that you can use for this is pixabay.com, and on this site you can get free photos, videos, GIFs, and drawings, just a lot of different stuff for free with the license that they give. The second site is flaticon.com, and on here you can get free icons and simple animations, which can be really fun to add to your videos. And the third website that we have is Giphy.com, where you can grab all kinds of GIFs that really can be fun to add in as well. So if you chose to use Google Slides to create your video, then you're gonna need to record your screen with your final slideshow when it's ready. And when you're doing that, you can go ahead and do a voiceover for your video. But like I said earlier, there's also a way that you can create these videos with a narration, but without you having to do the voiceover yourself if you're not comfortable with that or you just don't want to. And that is by creating an AI avatar on Veed. Now, please keep in mind this video is not sponsored in any way by any of these websites. I'm just giving you lots of information that I've been able to find through my own research. Okay, so step number 5 is gonna be like the cherry on top. So in step 5, we're gonna talk about uploading your content, optimizing it, and creating your money formula. So now you have your whole system pretty much ready to go, and you can go ahead and upload your content to your website, Pinterest, YouTube, and go ahead and optimize it for the search engines. And from there, you just need to grab the link that we generated earlier, and you just need to make sure that you add it into your blog post, put it somewhere on your website, put it in your YouTube video description, put it in the link section on your pin, whatever you're using, add that link in so that when people are coming through your traffic, they can see your link, and if they're interested, they can buy. And voila, just like that, you already have your first resource that you can be generating passive income from for years to come. So now you have your completed plan of action, you're ready to make your content that's gonna drive traffic, but let's talk about one very important thing before you go, and that is how to create your money formula. How are you going to take this and make sure that you make that $100 a day that we talked about in the beginning? So how you're going to make this $100 a day is going to be dependent on how much content you're able to create and how long you're able to be consistent for. So here's my recommendation to be able to reach that $100 a day. And as you're going to see in just a second, you can actually earn way more than this, but it's just a baseline that I gave. So I actually recommend creating 2 to 3 posts or videos per week, and continuing that process for 1 year. And I know this sounds like a whole lot up front, but actually if you create the posts and the videos the way I outlined in this video, then you can actually do that a lot faster than you might be thinking. You can actually pump out those 3 posts or videos within just 1 day of work per week. And it's gonna get faster for you the more you get the hang of the process. Plus, one more thing is that if you choose to just go the blog route, the website and Pinterest route instead of doing the video aspect, it's definitely going to save you a whole lot more time also. And so that means that if you dedicate just 1 day per week on this for 1 year, by the end of that year, you're going to have anywhere from 104 to 156 posts or videos ready to go and uploaded and bringing in traffic for you. Now, if by the end of that year, your posts or videos continue to get 1,000 views each per month, that will equal at least 104,000 to 156,000 views per month. And keep in mind that it will take a while to grow, and the majority of your views are going to come from just a few key ones that really blow up. So don't worry if not all of your posts are getting as much as you expected or getting 1,000 per month. Okay, so with this formula, we've got 104,000 to 156,000 views per month, right? And that means that if just 0.0005 of people who watch your videos or view your posts choose to purchase from your link, then you will be making 52 sales per month. And so if you're making 52 sales per month and you're making $150 per sale, like we looked at in the previous section, then that means that you're going to be making $7,000 per month, which is way more than $100 per day. If you do the math, it comes out to about $260 per day. And keep in mind, I ran those numbers from the low end of just 2 videos per week, but I also wanted to run some higher numbers just for fun to show you what's possible. So if you find a product that is more expensive, let's say $600, and then you're getting 50% of that, so it's $300 coming to you per sale, and you're doing 3 videos or posts per week, that's 156. So if you're getting a total of 156 views per month, and at our rate of 0.005 of people buying from your link, that's 78 sales per month, and that means that you'd be making a grand total of $23,400 per month, or $780 per day. So is this a get-rich-quick plan? No, it's not. Obviously, you have to do some work up front to start getting the traffic that you need and to get your plan set up. But it's not that much work. And the thing is that if you do it once, you can potentially be making money for years and years into the future just from that first work that you do. And of course, it's not guaranteed that you're going to make this much money if you put out 156 videos in the next year. But I definitely wanted to show you what is possible when you follow this formula. And it's definitely one of the most easy and simple formulas to create passive income for yourself in the long term, from which you can continue to reap the benefits for years into the future. One more thing on this before we finish is another way that you can continue to make sure that that income is going to keep coming. And that is by hiring out the tasks that you don't like, or potentially all of the tasks, after you start getting income from the first work that you did. You can hire out 100% of the tasks and do nothing and just let this be 100% passive in the future. Or you can hire out some of the things that you don't like doing, maybe writing scripts, maybe finding ideas, maybe doing the video editing. And that's going to save you a ton of time, and it's going to allow you to continue to multiply the income that you're getting and continue this cycle endlessly into the future, potentially. So to hire out for these tasks, there's some different options that you can do. You can obviously hire somebody full-time, part-time as an employee, or you can find freelancers to just take on some of these jobs here and there. And to do that, you can look on Fiverr, you can look on Upwork. So that means that this can basically become an endless cycle that continues to bring you income after you just do the work the one time in the beginning. And that's why I said this is one of the easiest and simplest ways to create that long-term passive income. By the way, don't forget to hit that like button if you did enjoy this tutorial and found it helpful. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of content, because on this channel, we talk about money, all things making money, building wealth. Also, if you're interested in starting your own blog or website, because like I said before, it does have basically the same earning potential as YouTube, but significantly less work involved, but you don't know where to start in building your own website or blog, then don't worry, because I have a free course on that. It's 100% free. I'm going to link it down in the description. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for today, but let me know in the comments if you found this helpful, and if you're excited to start this side hustle and start creating passive income for your future. And I just want to say, if you made it to the end of this video, I'm so honored that you would take your time to be here with me, and I truly hope this was helpful. And until next time, just remember that you're loved, you're not alone, and you've got this. Okay, bye.